Well, hello everybody. I'm Dee, and this is Down the Wormhole. And today we're setting up a new mealworm bin. We're making some live, fresh food for our worms. Here I'm just using the quick oats here. Sometimes you can go to the bulk barn, wherever, get yourself some good, cheap oats. They're not going to care. How I start is, these are just some pupas that have hatched out into beetles. I'm just going to throw them in here. They will be a good fresh start. Some nice new beetles to start off our new bin. So I do keep several layers of these guys going at once, just because I do need an awful lot of them. We have some piranhas downstairs. Definitely show you them at the end of the video, enjoying some of our hard-earned labors, our large mealworms. So all we need to do to keep these guys happy, I actually don't have any bran in here. You can add some bran to their base. They need a base, and they also need some moisture, which is where you're going to sneak in a lot of extra nutrients for your mealworms. So with that, I will just throw out the old stuff there and get a couple of new flakes of oatmeal on the bottom, and we'll start that over again. So here is my current colony, the adult colony here. With them, I just keep them in with some paper towel rolls, toilet paper rolls, whatever you want to call it. I do recycle them quite often because they will lay a lot of eggs onto these pieces of cardboard. So I just move them from bin to bin just to make sure I don't lose any extra worms. And hey, it's recycling, it's free, why not? So here's where I usually plop in some good movies or some music, and I just move my adult population over. The reason I do this is I do need a very large amount of worms to feed the critters around my house, and I found when I just tried to do one large bin and just let them grow, I was not getting a good population. They were eating each other, and I found they were also eating the pupas as they were sitting in there, so that's why I separate them as well. Now, one of the big bonuses of making your own live food is you get to control the food that they eat, which eventually works its way down into your fish, your lizards, or whatever you're feeding. Here, my big worms, I give them some extras. What they are going nuts on the bottom for is actually a piece of cucumber. I don't normally put that moist of veggies or fruits in with my worms, just in with the larger beetles, especially when I have a large population like this at the moment, because I know they won't let it go bad. If you try and put it in with just some worms, you'll quite often start to notice a smell. They will not manage to finish it, and you'll have to go through your supplies and pick out the old food that isn't used, and that's just a step I don't want to be bothered with. So just the big guys will get some cucumbers, some apple slices, stuff like that, whatever's left over. So this is what you're aiming for when you're done. You can see the large amounts of worms crawling around in here. I do have a beetle trying to get started right there. So you can see he was probably hanging on or hatched off of one of those paper towel rolls and has gotten quite large already. So this is what you're aiming for in the end. Once you're done, you'll have a lot of leftover food. You can just pick it out just so it's easier to find your worms. I usually use just a flat tweezers. I don't mind the bugs, but I'm not much for grabbing them right out of the container. So same thing, here's me starting up my new pupa bowl. I'm just putting the ones that have managed to turn into pupas to start a new bin in here. Here's my collection that's going down to the piranhas, our final project, what we're aiming for here. And you can see a lot of potatoes and other dried pieces on there. So I hope you guys enjoy the piranha feeding. I hope it's given you maybe some inspiration to start up some of your own live food. You can see how much they definitely enjoy this treat. And I will see you guys in your next videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow along, and see what we're up to next.